I don't do it searching for fame or glory. I do it because I want to tell a good story, to search out the searing wisdom of those that came before me, and make a case why you can never destroy me. Sound in the shadow of the real cuts deeper than blades of steel, giving you something that you could feel. It's not in vogue, in fact it can't pose or front. Holds a gravity that's hard to conceal. And yet, within that gravity, there live waves of joy. There live waves of knowing that the virtue in the hunt for peace in our time extends through the ages in a love that cannot be contained, in a joy that forever remains, in the balance and the fruits of our joy and our pain, in the play of the light and the dark, and the way we test our limits in the making of our art. These are lyrics that I wrote to a song called Why I Do This. I wrote this maybe 10 years ago, and it's as true then as it is now. I write because I love my friends, and I'm glad to have their acquaintance in the world. So any opportunity I might have to celebrate them is a welcome one. My friend Lucy DeGray and her partner Nathaniel took a chart of mine that I wrote to the Emma Lazarus poem, The New Colossus, and spun gold from it. It's these sorts of collaborations that animate and give meaning to my life. I'm glad for their art in the world, and I encourage you to seek out Lucy's work. Here's The New Colossus.
Not like the brazen giant of Greek fame, with conquering limbs astride, from land to land, here at our sea-washed sunset gates shall stand. A mighty woman with a torch whose flame is the imprisoned lightning, and her name Mother of Exiles, Mother of Exiles, and from her beacon hand glows worldwide welcome. Her mild eyes can your teeming shore. Send these the homeless, tempest-tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. Give me your tired, give me your poor, your huddled masses, yearning to breathe free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these the homeless, tempest-tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden
I don't see Vijay Gupta enough. I think this is in part because whatever time I spend with him, I know I am taking away from someone else who could really benefit from the benefit of his spirit. I met Vijay in 2007, I think, 2008, as a young man new to the Los Angeles Philharmonic, and grew to love his sincerity and his abiding interest in the plight of the poor and dispossessed, however rich or monetarily poor they may be. He went on to give some TED Talks where he was playing music by Bach, and it got me interested in writing a piece for him, a solo violin work patterned after the music of the solo violin suites of Bach, and so that's what I did. And I'm really, really pleased here to have my friend Maria Sampin play this work on her faculty recital up in Puget Sound. She's an amazing interpreter of new music who I've admired for many years, and so I was really, really honored that she took the piece on. Here are a couple movements from the solo violin suite. Brett Dubner is a force of nature, powered by will, sheer will. So when he approached me, and I think it was 2012, asking for a viola concerto, I was intrigued. He's a hard man to say no to when it comes to good ideas. And so over the course of the next 5 years, I chipped away at it. That it found its way into the hands of my dear friend Nan Washburn in the Michigan Philharmonic is due mostly to his ingenuity, his strength of intention, and his goodness. Nan and I have been working together for 20 years. She knew me as a graduate student at Michigan and has been with me in every step of my musical journey. And it was a real joy celebrating this work with her. This is the first movement of Apex of R, a concerto for viola and orchestra. Literacy in music is one of my vital links to a sense of global citizenship. And for me, literacy means being near paper. Anne Frank is said to have written, "The paper is patient." Paper is patient. Paper is patient in a way that other mediums in this day and age are not. Paper doesn't demand in the same way that MIDI controllers demand, at least in my experience. I don't mean to cast aspersions upon the process of others, only to celebrate the tactile nature of making scratches on refined wood pulp, and celebrate the primal nature of my relationship to literacy. I was able to celebrate some of this when writing music for the wonderful countertenor Daryl Taylor. Daryl, like Brett, is a force of nature, a fierce advocate of new music and of music of the African diaspora. As a composer of African American descent, I'm really glad to have been able to find a home for some of my experience with the poet County Cullen, whose work I set for Daryl and Orchestra Santa Monica. The late great conductor Alan Gross leads the orchestra here in Litany of the Dark People.
Our flesh that was the battleground shows now the morning brave. The ancient deities are down the violent mistake. Now that the past is left behind,
Now more than ever, our lives demand that we improvise as musicians, as humans, as seekers. If you, gentle listener, take anything from the experience of listening here, I hope it's that you feel invited to improvise and to recognize that you have power to bring love to a place of hate, like water to a fire. With your art, you have power to bring wealth to poverty, like rain to a parched and dry land. You have power to think and feel in a world that needs you, to make the earth a bounty and a blessing, and to share the gifts of your heart and mind with generations to come.